Hello everybody. This is my first Q&A. A little introduction to myself. My name's Elaine. I currently live in France and I am a teacher and a stop motion animator. Or I'm trying to be a stop motion animator. I also enjoy making YouTube videos every now and then and showing you guys my process and just what I've been up to recently. So this is my first time doing Q&A. Not really sure how to go about it. Hopefully it's interesting to watch and you guys enjoy it. If you do, like, comment, subscribe, that would mean a lot. I am half Chinese, half Belgian. Lived around Asia a lot, in Malaysia, Taiwan, China, etc. And then mostly grew up, I guess, in Asia and France. My dad is an expat. So he traveled a lot for work and we followed along. Then I did my studies in the UK, in Wales, in Swansea more specifically. Not sure if many people know where Swansea is. I did my bachelor's and master's degree in Swansea and then moved during COVID to Belgium and then moved again to France, back to France, where I kind of grew up. And now I'm trying to experiment with art and do things whilst also doing a teaching job for a university. This university is combining the UK and China together, and they have teachers kind of going to China to teach, which I did last year, but this year I decided to stay put. This way I can work on my own projects whilst also teaching. Where am I? So how did I find a love for stop motion animation? Well, how did I get into stop motion is because when I was doing my bachelor's degree, I realized that I had so many ideas, but not enough money to make them. And also it was hard to find enough crew members. I'm also quite a shy person, so asking people to help, I think it came easily when I asked my friends and stuff, but it was when it came to asking other people, I got quite shy. So I decided to make something alone, and that was a stop motion animation. And it's called The Devil's Thrill. It was supposed to be a dream sequence for my final major project for my bachelor's degree. I didn't add it for my dream sequence, but I did add it for additional points, let's say, for additional content for my portfolio in the end. So that was kind of it. It was because I wanted to create so many ideas, but I didn't have that big budget for it. So I decided to make everything small. I also loved creating things with my hands. I remember when I was younger, I would create things with my mom and we would create little clay figures. I remember once I made this like Asian lady, and I think my older sister, she made a man with a fishing pole. And my mom made so many beautiful things, beautiful masks and stuff. And she painted so well. I have some of her paintings all around. Just very, very talented in all areas of art. We have a lot of artists in my family. My grandfather as well. Hi. Want to come up? So my mom's dad, my grandfather from China, he was an art teacher at one point and he drew those really well. That's my next tattoo idea, is to put one thing that he drew. Recently when I went to China to visit, he was 94 years old and he drew a little chicken and I want to have that tattooed. I guess art has kind of always been a part of the family. I've always loved stop motion, like everyone who does stop motion. We've probably seen, The Nightmare Before Christmas or anything like that, all those movies and grew to love, my gosh, grew to love the characters and the art style, and it does have something unique to it, doesn't it? So yeah, this is my cat, Aku. She is turning 6 years old. And she's still so small and so cute. Ah, cool. So do I have previous experience or am I learning through practice? I have experience in filmmaking. I did a bachelor's degree in film and television production and then a master's degree in art. It was called Contemporary Studies, and I focused on moving image. It was a master's where they forgot to give me, a student that is paying, well, thousands, no classes. So there you go. So I have some experience in filmmaking. However, for stop motion animation, I've learned all by myself and watching great tutorials and videos online to help, especially with the puppet making side of things and learning the 12 basics of animation and stuff. Yeah, it's mostly self-taught. However, for camera and those things, it's all from uni. The expectations for students at that time in that uni, especially for what I was studying, was just not very high. So I was top of my class, but again, the expectations weren't high. They didn't really challenge you. So I definitely challenged myself. I even taught myself stop motion and animation and tried incorporating those. But again, the expectations aren't very high, therefore the certain lectures do not put as much effort in, I think. Not all of them, but some of them. I am, however, big news, I am going to be studying stop motion animation. I'm going to be doing a master's degree in Barcelona next year, which is super duper exciting, and I cannot wait for it. So I'll be really diving into stop motion and hopefully doing a master's where they actually give me class and yeah, really explore it and really explore stop motion and hopefully be able to make it as my profession. And I can share little tips and tricks with you guys as well, or any little projects that I make during my time there, any personal projects that I make during my time there. And maybe it could be a fun new chapter for us in Barcelona. Moving away from sunny, hot France to go to sunny, hot Spain. So for this next question, I thought that I would do a little animation with you guys. Hopefully that's okay. One of my goals for this channel is to try to inspire, try to show you guys the creative process, kind of be within creatives and just build our little creative journey, basically. So I thought that this would be fitting. The question, however, is, what do I do when I am overwhelmed? So first of all, the animation is, I printed out bits of my cat. So some little images from my cat that I took from a video and separated it all frame by frame. And I thought of then drawing over them. I've seen a couple of examples using this technique. So in this sequence here, I thought, you see there's the cat that kind of runs and then lunges on the bed, and I thought that it could be cute that when she lands, flowers kind of erupt and sort of fill the screen. I think that'll work. Okay, so when she lunges, first paw in, first flowers out. Up. Then they float upwards. So what do I do when I get overwhelmed? Like many people, I do get very, very overwhelmed. I think that also when we're doing something creative and you like doing it, like with stop motion, etc., it's sometimes difficult to realize that you can get overwhelmed. All of that is very much possible, but I feel like when you're really enjoying what you're doing, but you're doing it on any time that you have free, it can be very overwhelming because you don't realize that, you know, it's taking still a lot of energy from you. I think that can be sometimes quite tricky. I think then there they can get bigger, and sometimes you need a little break. And you need to allow yourself to get a little break and know that these projects will still be there. So when I was thinking about this question as well, I actually wrote down an answer. I wrote this down maybe like 2 weeks ago when I was feeling a little bit overwhelmed. Now I'm a little bit less overwhelmed. I found a bit of that creativeness again. And I think that reflects a lot of what I'm trying to get across here too. It's nothing super duper insightful, no? But I thought maybe this can help kind of put my own words, my own thoughts to words. So to be honest, the feeling of being overwhelmed and how I keep going, kind of. So I have a good amount of supporters. If you think about it, at that time, you guys were 2,500. Now we're like 2,700 something. And if I were to think about all these people following or watching me draw flowers around my cat, that's a lot and that's crazy, and I'm so grateful for that. 2,500 though is a lot, and I remember having 250 and I thought that was a lot, and I believe that I would never reach 1,000. It just shows you that you don't really know. I don't know. Though I'm super grateful for that, it's not enough to start earning money with this. It's not enough to monetize or anything like that yet, but we're getting there slowly. It's a slow crawl up, but we're getting there, and that's what I want to do. I want to just create and pay my rent with it, and hopefully create and collaborate and create beautiful works, beautiful art. That's the goal, that's the dream. And then have a land with some goats on. That's the dream. And my own little atelier, my own little barn or something. So my goal with this is to live off of creating art. And I'm still learning and trying to do my best. But I do get lost and overwhelmed. The creative spark isn't always there. I guess I'm currently a little bit disillusional and hoping that everything will work out and soon I'll start earning from my art. The thing is, whenever these thoughts arise, I also remember all the ideas that I've had and keep going because I still believe it'll be worth it for my land and my goats. Then at one point, my point of view shifts again. I'm no longer overwhelmed, but the work excites me again. That being said, if things get overwhelming, if your brain is overworking, your hands start cramping, do rest. Put the phones away, close the tubes of paint, go outside. Look into nature, try to be present in your own world, in your own thoughts. Try to just calm the brain. Try to tune out the outside rumble and hustle and stay present. In the end of the day, I love it. I definitely feel overwhelmed a lot, but I love it and have faith that it will all work out. There are a lot of opportunities out there for creatives and artists. There are also a lot of creatives and artists. And that thought is exciting, but also scary. You don't know how many plans, daily plans, weekly plans, monthly plans, yearly plans, plans dictating hour by hour what to do, how many plans for personal life, for projects I've been through, and I've made and remade and made again. But together, we can do it. We're building our dream layer by layer, like art itself. Well, thank you for watching, everybody. I hope you like this video. It's my first ever Q&A, so be kind. Leave a like, comment, subscribe if you want to. It'll mean a lot. And let me know in the comments what you guys get up to, what projects you guys are working on, and what channels or content you enjoy watching. I think that could be quite cool to read. And stay tuned for a lot of videos, hopefully, of my little journey in Barcelona, in Spain. And I'll talk to you guys very, very soon. And let me know what you want to watch from me, what videos. A couple of projects are finishing soon, so I'll be posting them soon. But yeah, it's taking a little while, especially with the heat now at around, now it's like 8:30 a.m. At around 10, the sun hits and it gets super warm in this flat. Yesterday we got to 32 degrees indoors, and it's only June, so it's gonna rise. Hopefully not though, but it will. So it's been a bit hard to also render on my computer because that takes up a lot of heat, and I don't want to add additional heat to the flat. And this new project is taking like 4 hours to render, more than 4 hours, let's be honest. But yeah, it's just not, it hasn't been possible to do that yet. But I'll get to it. Thank you all for watching, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye bye.